Today we will study about the medium-term budgetary framework, especially with reference to the Pakistan. These are defined as those fiscal arrangements that allow government to extend the horizon for the fiscal policy making beyond the annually budgetary calendar. Original budget के अलावा mid-term या after some time this is presented at the it supports the original budget which is provided, but it increase the time period for which government can extend the physical influence, especially physical discipline can be improved, strategic prioritization and operational efficiency of the government improves with the medium-term budgetary framework. After the original budget, this is presented. It reinforces the aggregate original आपका budget, उसके बाद it reinforces the aggregate fiscal discipline. It facilitates a more strategic allocation of the expenditure and encourage more efficient intertemporal planning. Here we have the medium-term budgetary strategy paper for 2021 to 2024. The approval of a medium-term budget strategy paper contains quantified macroeconomic and fiscal projection by the federal government is the legal requirement contained under Section 3 of the Public Finance Management Act 2019. We will try to understand what is this in this medium-term budgetary framework for the 2020-21. First of all, we will discuss the current economic situation. That economy has recovered. It has undergone almost recession in the previous year, which was due to the COVID-19. But in this year, in 2021, economy is showing the positive trend in almost every field. For example, we say that the current account deficit has decreased and it is narrowed by 77.9% in 2020 and 19, but it remains surplus during July to February 2020 to 21. And same like remittances maintained last year pace and posted a growth of 24%. Federal Board of Revenue tax collection grew by 12% and it reached to the 3.4 trillion in first 3 quarters of the current financial year. Large scale manufacturing has surpassed its the pre-COVID level of the production in January 2020-21 financial year FY mean financial year, and it shows the 9.1 growth on a year-on-year basis and 5.7 in the January financial year as compared to that. While on a month-on-month basis, it is increased by 5.4% in January financial year. Overall, during July to January financial year 2020 to 21, large-scale manufacturing grew by 7.9%. Last year, due to the COVID, it was minus 3.2%. Inflationary pressure have reduced in March 2021 a little bit. Inflation was increased to the 10% in the last year March, but now it is 8.3%. Current account remains surplus, thus improving the reserve and making rupees stable. करंट अकाउंट सरप्लस मीन करंट अकाउंट में आपका ट्रेड बैलेंस भी आ जाता है, जिसकी वजह से अगर ये सरप्लस में है तो आपके जो रुपये है उसका करेंसी जो सी है वो कुछ ना कुछ पहले की निस्बत स्ट्रांग हुई है. According to the available details till February 2021, the textile sector exports increased by 6.7% over the last year. Value-added exports increased by 11.4%, and the decrease in the quantities of value-added export was compensated by a higher unit price. On import side, the petroleum group imports decreased by 21.7%, while the imports of petroleum crude decreased by 24.3% in value and increased by 13.8% in quantity. Import of petroleum जो आपका ये है कि इन वैल्यू तो ये डिपेंड करती है कि आपकी करेंसी की वैल्यू भी कम या ज़्यादा होने से इसकी वैल्यू कम या ज़्यादा होगी, और क्वांटिटी ज़ाहिर है कि अगर आप क्वांटिटी मेजर करेंगे तो Import of petroleum products increased by 27.7% and decreased by 20.7%. This is in value and this is in quantity. The food group imports jumped by 50.3% during the July-February financial year and reached $5.3 billion. The government allowed the import of wheat and sugar to bridge the local shortage. Pakistan total liquid foreign exchange reserve increased to $23.2 billion as of the 8th April 2021. ये latest figures हैं आपके 2021 के. Medium term macroeconomic projections क्या है इस year के लिए कि over the medium term the government will focus on the various policy measures to achieve the sustainable growth. These policy measures include broadening the tax base, expanding the tax net, rationalizing and more precise targeting of the subsidies, reduction of the budget deficit. As we studied in the last class that the budget deficit is a serious issue of the Pakistan. Increase in public investment in the management of the water and especially the implementation of the project under the CPEC, setting up of the special economic zone and the industrial zones. Based on these deep impact reforms, the medium-term macroeconomic framework is presented here in this table. Economic growth percentage, actual 2019 or 20 की minus 0.4%. Budget estimate of this year 2020 and 21 was 2.1%, but revised estimate is 2.9%, and projections के 2021 or 22. And then for 22 to 23 and then 23 to 24, 4.2, 4.6 and 5.1. और ये जो फिगर है ये है अप्रैल मार्च फरवरी के 2.9% प्रोजेक्शन, जबकि अभी बजट आपका आने वाला है उसके लिए प्रोजेक्शन नियर 4%, ये जो एस्टिमेट्स हैं ये इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ का ये नियर 4% है. Inflation was 10%, which was estimated 6.5% in budget, but it is re-estimated as 8.7%, and it will start reducing in 22, 23, and then 24. Budget deficit was minus 8.1%, which was estimated at -7, but now it is -7. Re-estimated as -7.4, and it will reduce to these projections in the coming year. Public deficit 87.2. Budget estimate was 87.0 and is re-estimated at 86.0. It is as the percentage of the GDP. But yeah, public debt. Exports in $1 billion, 22.5, 22.8 were estimated and now re-estimated at 23.9, which will increase to 25 to 27 and then to $30.6 billion. Imports were $42.4 billion, estimated were 42.5 and the re-estimated at 47.1 and will increase to 51, 55 and 59. So imports are going to increase. Current account deficit was -2.9, which was estimated -6.7, but it re-estimated as -1.5. It has decreased now. Reserves in month of imports 2.7, 2.8 and 3.0, and GDP is given in rupees billion. It was 41 billion rupees and estimated 45, and the re-estimated at 46 billion, and it will increase over the time hopefully as projections are showing here in the last row of this table. So economy is projected to recover from the pandemic to sustainable and inclusive growth in the medium term. The government continued to adhere to its institutional reforms agenda in key areas despite the challenge created by pandemic. And these reforms include the reforming the corporate tax structure, improving the management state, and improving the cost recovery and regulation in the power sector. There is also a challenge to the government to balance between the supporting the economy, fiscal sustainability, and protecting the social spending, especially after the COVID. So at the same time, government ensuring fiscal sustainability and protection of the social spending to support the vulnerable segment of the society. Continuation of the IMF program is also a challenge, keeping development budget at an optimal level and maintaining the momentum and the revenue mobilization. But at the same time, to protect the vulnerable segment of the society, there are some other programs which government has introduced which facilitate the successful attainment of this balance, include the Kamyab Jawan program, the Sehat program, the Naya Pakistan housing scheme, and enhanced social protection through an SAS program. There is another objective: investment to GDP ratio is expected to improve significantly in the medium term. Investment to the GDP ratio is very lower for the Pakistan, but it is expected to increase during this time period. The primary objective of the Pakistan medium-term fiscal framework is to facilitate the medium-term policy formulation based on reliable projection of the revenue and the expenditure. आप एक पॉलिसी पहले से दे देते हैं, लेकिन आपकी न्यू जो आपकी प्रोजेक्शन है, अगर उनमें चेंज आती है आपके फैक्टर एंड फिगर में, तो आपको अपनी पॉलिसी उसके हिसाब से मॉडिफाई करनी चाहिए. So it is the main objective of the medium-term fiscal framework. In order to project overall fiscal balance, estimated level of the provincial surplus have been worked out, and focus on sustainable growth is the objective of the government, along with the maintaining or reducing the inflation. Optimal mobilization of the revenue, broadening of the tax base, reduction in the exemptions, and efficiency in revenue administration. Gradual reduction of overall fiscal deficit. The fiscal framework is aimed at gradual reduction of overall fiscal deficit from minus 7.4% of the GDP during the financial year 2020-21 to minus 4.4% in financial year 2023-24. However, this reduction will require revenue mobilization with the higher growth trajectory, rationalization of the current expenditure, and a better financial management as per the Public Finance Management Act 2019. The projected medium-term fiscal framework would be like this. Transfer to the provinces, it is given in the billion rupees, is this amount, and budget estimate was 2,874, but revised estimate is 2,721 billion rupees, and it will increase over the year. Net federal revenue is given here, and the federal deficit as the percentage of the GDP was minus 8.6%. It reduced to minus 7.5%, but the re-estimated minus 7.9%, and it will reduce in the coming year. Overall primary balance as percentage of the GDP is minus 1.8, which is reduced to minus 0.5, but re-estimated as minus 1.2% of the percentage of the GDP. Strategic priorities of the government for the revenue mobilization are given here for the to increase the revenue for this coming financial year. These are the strategies to improve the tax collection over the time and the non-tax revenue. Spending policy and indicative levels of the spending. First of all, the development fund will be allocated by the Ministry of Planning, Development and Special Initiative to priority sectors, including infrastructure, social science, information technology, and the protection. Infrastructure allocation takes precision with the allocation, especially in the transportation and the communication, including railways, national highways, and the ports. As per Commandment in National Water Policy 2018, at least 10% of the size of the development budget will be allocated to the water sector projects, mainly for the augmentation and preservation of the water resources during the next financial years. Special areas are high priority of federal government in order to develop the special areas and bring them to par with the other areas of the country. Substantial investment will be made in the new projects and the required fund will be made available. For example, FATA areas, and there is another program which is the Karachi Transformation Plan, as was studied in the previous lecture. The Karachi contribution to the revenue is much higher than the other cities, but the condition of the Karachi need more budget and development budget especially to improve it. So there is a program which is introduced by the government, which is the Karachi Transformation Plan. In line with the Sustainable Development Goals, higher education, health, and the environmental protection shall remain priority areas in the medium term. Completion of ongoing projects will be a priority. Principal accounting officer have been authorized to reappropriate funds from one budgeted program to the other. Special initiative led by the Prime Minister are being implemented and the key initiative हैं क्या एहसास है कामयाब नौजवान प्रोग्राम है सेफ कार्ड and loan for the small and medium enterprise merit scholarship for the deserving students tourism promotion and the billion tree tsunami and Naya Pakistan housing society. All new initiative in the line with the Prime Minister vision will be implemented in letter and the spirit. Non-developmental spending of the federal government has increased too much over the last decade, so it will be kept static or it will not be increased during this financial year. Promotion of the social and the economic well-being of the people is the priority of the government, and the major spending priorities of the federal government for the medium term will be sustainable growth, protection of the vulnerable segment. For this Asas program is introduced inflation and the pricing control, enhancing the development spending and the job creation, minimal increase in the current spending of the government, Prime Minister initiatives, housing and the Kamyab Jawan, impact mitigation of the COVID-19. कि जो भी इम्पैक्ट आपका कोविड-19 का इकोनॉमी पे हुआ है उसको मिनिमाइज किया जाएगा. सर्कुलर डेब्ट फाइनेंसिंग एंड द पावर सब्सिडीज, harmonization of pay and the allowances, and the reduction of the twin deficit, mean budget deficit and the trade deficit or the current account deficit. इनको twin deficit कहते हैं, इनको reduce किया जाएगा. Building of foreign exchange reserves. Here are the given budgetary spending levels for the defense, for the running of the civil government, pension, subsidies, grant, development, and the provision. These are given in the billion rupees. Budget spending are still lower than the other areas, but are better. 622 to 650 and 660 billion rupees are for the 2020-21. Public debt. The level and the composition of the public debt inherited by the present government was not sustainable. So the government medium-term debt sustainability strategy includes reduction of the fiscal deficit and gradually shifting toward the long-term debt maturity profile, zero borrowing from the State Bank of Pakistan, and accessing the concessional external loans and discouraging the foreign commercial borrowings. In the medium-term budget, public debt to GDP ratio would be gradually decreased over time. Government will also introduce the institution reforms under the direction of the Cabinet Committee on the Institution Reform. A number of the reforms have been initiated to improve the efficiency of the and the transparency of the public sector. These reforms include restructuring of the federal government, including state-owned entities, civil service reforms, and the pension reforms. So this was the medium-term budget plan of the government of the Pakistan for the 2021 with the recent figures. I will forward this plan to you and you people will study it, and you may ask any question if you don't understand anything.